One of the biggest questions today for retirees is how do you create that income plan? In fact, when do you start withdrawing from your retirement accounts? Let's ask a financial advisor. I'm here with Brian Stiver. He's the founder of Stiver's Wealth Management. When can I start taking money from those accounts? When do I do it, Brian?
Well, Spike, as a financial advisor, never. You need to leave it with me forever. No. I'm joking. But no, it's incredibly important specifically because of taxation. If you don't have a proper plan of when to start taking it, how to take it, you can lose up to a third of it to the IRS. And although we want to pay the IRS what we need to pay them, we don't want to pay them any more than we have to.
Right. For our viewers, let's explain that. Because we've been saving tax deferred as a country for 3 or 4 decades. This happened basically 1978. So all that money that's sitting in our 401ks or 403bs, eventually we have to pay tax on it, don't we?
We do. They're going to get it one way or the other. It's just whether you pay it now or you pay it later. Do you pay a little bit now and a lot later? It just varies all over the board, if you will. But for me, I think the most important when you're talking about creating when to start your income and when to start taking money out is to decide when do you really want to retire. And it's not just a financial question. Every pre-retiree I sit down with, before we even talk about the money, I say, have you planned out what you're actually going to do with your life in retirement? Because that can make a big difference as well.
It's totally different. I don't think it's just sitting on the porch sipping lemonade anymore in that rocking chair. We are much more active than we've ever been. And to be active and travel, there's costs involved. So we do need to figure some of those out. But wait a second. Even before I'm worried about the income, we don't have to worry about income. We just turn on Social Security, right?
Maybe, but maybe not. Social Security is probably the number one retirement income question I get. Should I take it at 62 when I'm first eligible? Should I wait and defer all the way to 70 where it is going to be at its greatest amount? The true answer is, and I love to be direct with clients, it all depends. It really depends upon what are you trying to accomplish. What most people don't realize, if you're still working and you take Social Security, you're going to lose a lot of it. They're going to penalize you because you're earning too much. So when we begin looking at when you should start your money out of your retirement accounts, we first look and say, when are we going to start Social Security? Mm-hmm. And it really is a matter of doing a full income plan. Matter of fact, in our process, when we sit with a client, we have 4 cornerstones. And after our first of protecting the money, the second of growing it, our third cornerstone is retirement income planning. And because it is so complicated, if we take all the different pieces and analyze them individually, what you have in your 401k, are you going to have a pension? Are you going to take Social Security now or later? We'll put together a cohesive plan to help you figure out and answer that most important question, when to start.
And I really do appreciate that with an income plan, but even, what is the phrase? Even best laid plans can go kaput. So what happens when life happens? I mean, sometimes you need to make adjustments to the income plan. There can be a health need. There can be, something devastating that can happen to the house, and all of a sudden we have to start using some of that emergency savings. What happens when the plan has to change?
Well, I think the most essential thing is a plan, when you create it, is a living, breathing thing. With our clients, we recommend anywhere from a quarterly to a semi-annual review. And in a more comprehensive way, looking at those 4 cornerstones, a lot of things you just mentioned fall under our legacy planning. Mm-hmm. How do we protect against the unexpected? So you can't just do an income plan without having a plan to deal with that. Or our first cornerstone, how do we protect if the market drops like it did in 2008 by 40%? Do we have something to protect against those losses? And then most importantly, are we growing it in a way that will not only take care of inflation, and this is our second cornerstone, that we grow it to make sure we're keeping up with the withdrawals you're eventually going to take and hopefully preserve the asset you started with.
So your income plan, I want to be clear, this isn't just something that somebody walks into your office, you look at what they have, you print it out and say, good luck with that. Let us know if you have any questions. You're helping them all along the way throughout their retirement years? Correct.
I often say the most important step in our process is the last one, which never ends. We're just going to review, and we're going to adjust and change as necessary to help you achieve your goals in retirement.
Brian, thank you so very much.
Thank you, Spike.
Folks, if you're trying to figure out when do you start that income withdrawing from your retirement accounts, it can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. You can call the phone number down on the bottom of the screen and get started on your own 4-cornerstone process right now with the team here from Stiver's Wealth Management. Dial that phone number, set your appointment, or you can go to the website, stiverswealth.com.